The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Rex Lita with the news. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, community demands justice. TransGogol in need, and Hunter CEO praises management. The Papua New Guinea Embassy in Jerusalem has been called to adhere to the host country instructions to bunker down in bomb shelter following the state of Israel being an active war theater in the Middle East. Minister for Foreign Affairs Justin Tachenko confirmed the temporary closure, including the newly established PNG Embassy in UAE. He said the conflict in the Middle East has escalated to where United States and Israel are in full-scale war with Iran. Tachenko further stated that the Australian government and their missions in Israel and the UAE have also offered their assistance to any Papua New Guinea citizens. Prime Minister James Marape has strongly condemned Iran's reported attacks on third-party nations in the Middle East, including the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, and other countries not directly engaged in the current conflict involving the United States and Israel. The Prime Minister described the targeting of nations not party to the dispute as unacceptable and a dangerous escalation that risks widening instability across the region and the threatening global peace and economic security.
Prime Minister James Marape's condemnation of Iran's reported attacks on third-party nations highlights the growing concern about regional stability and potential for broader conflict in the Middle East. Marape emphasized that conflicts between two nations must not evolve into broader regional or international confrontations that endanger innocent populations, disrupt trade routes, destabilize global energy markets, and heighten insecurity for other nations around the world. He reiterated Papua New Guinea's consistent foreign policy position, respect for sovereignty, non-aggression, peaceful dialogue, and adherence to international law. The Prime Minister further called on all nations, including the United States, Israel, Iran, and other actors, to respect and utilize the processes of the United Nations as the primary global institution established to resolve disputes between states. Marape stressed that emerging nations like PNG depend on a rules-based international system for protection, stability, and fairness in global affairs. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
Port Moresby General Hospital has made history after successfully performing open-heart surgery on its first female patient. 46-year-old Priscilla Alembo from Tari in Hela Province underwent a life-saving mitral valve replacement on March 2nd. The surgery was carried out by a visiting cardiac team from the National Heart Centre, Singapore, under SingHealth, working alongside PMGH's local heart specialist. Cardiacologist surgeon Dr. Noah Tapawa said she was one of 8 patients selected after careful screening. The mission is part of a partnership with the Operation Open Heart Foundation. Port Moresby General Hospital CEO Dr. Paki Malumi welcomed the team, saying the collaboration is strengthening heart care and training for local doctors. Residents of the 8 Mile community in Port Moresby are demanding justice following the tragic death of an innocent young man last night. The victim, 18-year-old Keto Boni from Cafe in Eastern Highlands Province, was fatally shot in the head by an unidentified gunman while on his own way to work at a bakery in Kennedy Estate. NCD Superintendent of Operations Chief Inspector Toby Hamago has confirmed that the suspect has been identified and the full force of law will come into effect as investigations continue.
Residents of the 8 Mile community in Port Moresby gathered together this morning with grievance following the fatal shooting of a teenage boy, allegedly by a member of the police force. 18-year-old Keto Boni from Cafe in Eastern Highlands Province was shot in the head last night while on his way to work at a bakery in Kennedy Estate. According to information on ground, the deceased was heading to work with a few of his colleagues when they were stopped by a police unit for questioning. It is understood that the youth fled during the questioning and the shooting occurred shortly after. National Capital District Superintendent of Operations Chief Inspector Toby Hamago met with the community and confirmed that the shooter has been identified as a police officer and will be arrested as investigation continues.
After we finish no here, amigo, and the answer we browsing. Investigation we provide. Start. Alright. We will identify policeman, please. We will identify police car, please.
Chief Inspector Hamago has assured residents that the full force of the law will be applied to the officer and any others involved. Meanwhile, Mark Ongugo, a community leader at 8 Mile, led grieving residents in presenting the petitions to the police officials at the site.
Community now and Mr. Oscar, so the way forward will bring him justice. Some presidents represent state Nakam. Community middle like him justice to be delivered, justice to be saved on an innocent. So on behalf of the community, he like him state must take him full responsibility. The liability is upon the state. State must meet him funeral service, funeral cost, which Mivlen Abugolo Putilo Islamia 3 Mile Mogia Nogat, innocent a young life and loss. From this discussion onwards now going forward is that Mivla work closely with them homicide can start CID so that Mivla establish some facts where man and innocent life and lose. Mivla by Mibla like him state by meeting more than funeral costs as we said, and Mibla after that, Mibla by go put along funeral costs, so state must take a responsibility.
Inspector Hamago adds members of the 8 Mile community with relevant information to come forward and assist as the investigation continues. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
Madang Provincial Police Commander Superintendent Robert Byam has made it clear that police will fully enforce the Summary Offences Act 2018. This came into effect on Monday, March 2nd, 2026. He emphasized this over the weekend following the second Cleanathon program in the provincial capital.
Madang hosted its second Cleanathon program over the weekend. Residents and business houses came out in numbers to support and participate. The event began as early as 7 on the morning of Saturday, the 28th of February. Local police are an integral part of this program. Their families also participated in the cleanup. Provincial Police Commander Chief Superintendent Robert Byam emphasized that as of Monday, the 2nd of March, police will fully enforce the Summary Offences Act 2018. He stressed that public consumption of betel nut and smoke in undesignated areas will lead to direct arrest, meaning there will be no spot fines applied, but a formal charge laid with the option of paying 500 kina bail or lockup.
Time you looking more legally, or picking also more come clean up. You big man, you shite. And we must talk to you.
You kaya boy na you come na time lik mangi o clean boy skin blong boy below you na spet below you. Mipla police pe enforcing the law and plus summary of the sec. Na mipla be arrest you. Na mipla be make sure that you lock up. Na you be bail 1 to 500 kina or lock up. You go pay fine below you the sport where MU LLG be making na you be proper receipt below you.
Mr. Baim urged people visiting Medang town must take heed of this. Meantime, there are plans to take the Cleanathon program into the settlements as well.
Man Mary must change in passing, attitude, thinking must change. So in the long run, Bamipla comes, the police back clean in settlement. Na Mipla Pani Mosam, house no straight, Bamipla straight you. Me appeal now, as of Monday onwards, you come down, Titbri must clean, you come with a kake boy, you go to Kranget market, you go to Bilya market, or you go to Nelrik, you kake boy, Brasi Titbri, lo solver and a kabak in the town.
Business houses within town were also urged to keep their perimeters clean. Failure to do so will result in shop owners being fined.
All the front los shops as of Monday, you responsible the one area of the town. You own up the store, you will be responsible. Solely responsible for the cleanliness long front the shop. Ting long imol man, and we must send this year in 2026. All right, time you count him 50 years ago finish. Now you may count him start one. 50 years become. You may change for the better of Medang.
Town resident Grace Gigino participated in the Cleanathon. She said the initiative is a good change to the overall health and hygiene and at the same time addressing loitering and petty crime within the town precinct. Jasmine Rojak, TVWAN News.
The Information Technology Institute, or ITI, will host its second consecutive AI Summit on Friday in Port Moresby. The summit is expected to bring together corporate leaders and state institutions to discuss the growing role of artificial intelligence in their workspace.
One-day summit is expected to attract representatives from various sectors who are already using AI or are interested in integrating it into their daily operations. Discussants will focus on how organizations can adopt AI technology to improve efficiency, productivity, and overall performance, and also risk AI pose to their work. Co-founder of ITI, Senthil Sentival Kumaran, said, "The summit provides an important platform for organizations to explore how artificial intelligence is being used in workplaces globally and to leverage the AI."
You got things in health as well, talking about what's happening in health sector, in the finance sector as well. So it's on many topics that will be covered, and individually they'll be covering their own areas as well.
Kumaran added that the world is rapidly evolving with technology and PNG must keep pace with global trends. He wants to see organizations embracing AI in their workplace. Kumaran further said he is hoping to see more AI-integrated workplaces following the summit, particularly among organizations that attend the event.
It's good to know what's happening in the rest of the world, and because they're moving at a much faster pace, and eventually it does flows down to countries like Papua New Guinea, you know. So always good to be aware before it actually hits us here.
Ahead of Sunday's summit, Kumaran reflected on last year's inaugural summit. He said the feedback was overwhelmingly positive. He said those who attended the summit have reached out and thanked him for the initiative.
And in terms of a lot of them were happy with the awareness, and they want, or some of them also wanted to study more. What can I do more? So that's some of the things that we have also helped out. So there has been a lot of feedback, and it's been a positive feedback.
ITI is excited to host its second successive summit and is looking forward to meaningful discussions and practical outcomes. The AI Summit is expected to further strengthen conversations around digital transformation and innovation in Papua New Guinea. Several prominent figures are expected to attend, including Governor General Sir Bob Dadae, which indicates the importance of use of digital technology in the modern era.
This is TV1 News. When we come back, TSC wants financial independence and scholarships open for 2027 intake.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Tooks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Rugby League is a powerful force that unites Papua New Guinea and develops our youth. Through partnerships with the PNG LNG Kumals, Grassroots Rugby League and Justin Olam, we aim to instill skills to last a lifetime.
I'm community blue. When it's on you welcome, I'm a community. You must also community.
When we invest in people, we invest in tomorrow's possibilities.
You sabe tu olsem condom and one way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy. Tingim, use him condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
What would you say to 6 months free bonus credit? Wowee! That's right. Get the Wowee 4G LTE smartphone from Digicel and you'll enjoy 35 Kina bonus credit every month for 6 months, plus a whopping 50 gigs of data and 60 minutes free talk for 7 days. Hurry! Get your Wowee 4G LTE smartphone for only 199 Kina at a Digicel store or agent today and say Wowee to a total of 210 Kina free credit. Only with Digicel.
Missing the headlines that matter the most? Only one better way to stay up to date. TVWAN Online. One click on tvwan.com.pg. Access PNG's breaking news, top stories, international news, and the latest in sports and entertainment. Visit tvwan.com.pg wherever you are in PNG and bookmark it to your home screen. TVWAN Online, the news source you can trust, just one click away.
When China moves,
China could not have dreamt of a better moment.
the world watches. China presenting itself as the center of a new world order. And we've got your front row seat. Xi made his address at the Tiananmen Gate. The China Connection, weekdays. Trump, is he making Hong Kong markets great again? On CNBC.com and the app anytime. From being a manufacturer to a cultural innovator. Do you have a Labubu?
I'm trying to get one.
CNBC, connecting you with China.
Thanks for staying with us. The Teaching Service Commission is calling for full financial independence as it pushes ahead with its nationwide teacher digitization project, a reform designed to modernize Papua New Guinea's education workforce for the next 50 years.
The Teaching Service Commission says full financial independence is important to safeguard the rollout of its national teacher digitization project. Tasked with digitizing and verifying the employment records of more than 80,000 teachers, the TSC is shifting away from manual record keeping for the first time since the nation gained independence.
Parliament commissioned a committee called Parliament Referral Committee on Education. The report was tabled and the decision was made, and that's the decision number 63 of 2015. And they recommended 12 recommendations, and one of those recommendations is asking for a single-line budget and also calling for all the other business process for teachers must be aligned to the commission. So we can manage
our mandated function and we serve our teachers better.
Chairman Maine Ugaya says the project is essential for building a modern, transparent, and efficient teacher management system. But he adds that the scale of the work has exposed critical funding shortfalls. Commissioners warned that without full budget control, the TSC cannot make timely decisions or properly implement reforms to strengthen teacher welfare and accountability. Progress is also slowed by major logistic hurdles, including moving files from all 22 provinces, outdated software, limited storage of hard copy backups, and insufficient manpower. Despite these challenges, the Commission says the project remains transformative, with support from the Australian government through the PIE program.
And that data is very important for any organization. In terms of decision, in terms of budget, you have to have a data. And today we are very pleased with, and we also acknowledge and appreciate the Australian government. For the first time, we have this program running since 2023. And today is the launching of that exercise to see that we capture the 80,000 teachers' information online.
The Commission maintains that financial independence, improved infrastructure, and stronger stakeholder support is critical to completing the digitization project. If achieved, TSC says the reform will deliver transparency, efficiency, and fairness, ensuring Papua New Guinea's teachers are recognized, supported, and managed well. Joanna Pile, TVWAN News.
Don Bosco Technological Institute welcomed Father George Tadatil, General Coordinator for Higher Education of the Salesian Congregation, during his official visit to the campus recently. Students filled the college gymnasium and greeted him with a Manus Garamut dance, showcasing Papua New Guinea's rich culture. College President Father Ariel Makatange thanked Father George for visiting and reaffirmed the Institute's commitment to quality education. Addressing students, Father George challenged the Institute to raise academic standards and work towards becoming a university in the future. The Transgogol Secondary School is disintegrating due to deteriorating infrastructure, and more serious is the overcrowded lodging of the male students. During the school's second Parents and Citizens meeting on Sunday, 1st March, the school's challenges was brought to light.
Niviriti Ivan, the principal of Transgogol Secondary School, said the boarding and lodging issue has been around for more than a decade, even before one of the dormitories was burnt down in 2022. He said the Provincial Education Department and inspectors know about the situation. However, nothing has been done. Ivan said the science lab is a learning facility, and having students lodged in there is against any school's policy.
When I came in here around 2021, the students are using that science lab. But it goes back since 2016 or 17. The department know, especially in Medang province, know that the students of Transgogol are using science lab. The current director, the director knows that. The current inspector secondary knows that. And the current inspector secondary is the former principal of this school. And for his time being in here, he knows that the students are sleeping there.
In 2022, fire engulfed the boys' dormitory. There were also clan fighting from the nearby villages, which forced the closure of the school. When the school reopened in 2023, male students had to double up in lodging at the science labs. There are over 100 male students sleeping in the 2 science labs, and a staff house is also used by grade 12s. 3 to 4 students to a mosquito net with no personal space. The building itself has no meshed wires to keep out insects and bugs, let alone wind and rain. The floorboards and a few walls have broken down due to wear and tear. The students' unhealthy living conditions has raised fear of disease outbreak such as TB and malaria. Michael Jeffrey, a grade 12 student, said he has been living in the science lab since he enrolled into grade 9.
Even though we don't have dormitories, we don't know something.
Apart from lodging woes, infrastructure have deteriorated over time, and most of the students, especially grade 9s and 10s, use torchlights to study. This has become a legacy issue. Since the institution's establishment in 2016, the principal states that they have never received any funding assistance except for the tuition fee-free subsidy. He added that the TFF funding of 200,000 kina per quarter is not enough to maintain or develop the school.
Currently, there are no fundings to Transcohol Secondary. I can say since its establishment after Bukamalai and Nixon Duban, our facilities are deteriorating, and I can say that the TFF is not enough to run the institution.
In response, Provincial Education Advisor Alphonse Igag acknowledged the issues, however claims that the school administration and certain board of governors have allegedly misused school funds in the past few years. Susan Oreape, TV1 News.
Papua New Guineans are being encouraged to apply for the 2027 Australia Awards Scholarship for citizens to gain a qualified workforce, fill critical human resource gaps, and support good leadership. The scholarship program, funded by the Australian government, has supported thousands of Papua New Guineans over the years. Jasmine Irujek reports.
Papua New Guinea is one of 50 countries benefiting from the program. The scholarship program, funded by the Australian government, has supported close to 10,000 Papua New Guineans. Now, many alumni serve in senior roles across government, private sector, and community organizations.
Australia has been supporting PNG for the last 60 years. Last 60 years in various capacities, especially in the education sector. And so for the Australian Award Scholarships, it has changed its name over the years. So that you could, to really pinpoint a date, would be in 2021. And so over the years, we have over 3,000 plus who have gone down, studied and come back, and they are currently working now in PNG. So the in PNG program supports health, education, and transport sector. Transport specifically for women in the maritime industry. And so over 3,000 already in the country as we speak. For the Australian program, Study in Australia, it has gone way back to 2001. Approximately, you are looking at around 10,000 Papua New Guineans already benefiting.
In addition to long-term study in Australia, PNG also offers short courses and an in-country study program, making it the only country with a locally delivered component under the Australian Awards.
So, main message is that the scholarship is a very good scholarship. It's very supportive. It covers everything that you would want to go and live and study in Australia. And the Australian universities are one of the best in the world, or some of the best universities in the world. And so the opportunity is there for Papua New Guineans. Main message is you just have to be prepared. Fully prepared before you start your application. And the best place to start is to start visiting our website.
Our Western province is the least developed province in the country. People take time to reach higher facilities for treatment, investigations. I'm feeling that I'm obliged to go get education, come back and serve them. When you see someone or you attend and when they get better and they walk out happily, that's a driving force.
Applications opened on the 1st of February and closes on April the 30th, 2026. Jasmine Irujak, TV1 News.
Unlike other scholarships that have age limit, scholarship coordinator at the Australian Awards PNG Kenneth Woonhams shared that there is no age limit for applicants, although public servants must meet specific government requirements, including 2 years of permanent service.
So one thing for the Australia Awards program, as compared to other scholarships, we don't have an age limit. The idea is to encourage Papua New Guineans to apply, believing that if they apply, they can still come back and contribute to the development of this country. And so that is our requirement. However, if you are a public servant applying, there is a requirement, required age from the from the government.
In finance news, the Kina closed unchanged at 0.2326 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying 0.2251 US dollars, 0.3135 Australian dollars, 0.1845 euro, and 35.16 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee, cocoa and crude oil closed higher, gold closed lower, palm oil and copper closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. Stay tuned, TV1 News continues after these short messages.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Long year 2024, 7 baby I born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby is susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area, or time bell mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This lutok sawe I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
For effective planning and execution, you need insights, engagement, and innovation. Trend Media, your 360 degrees digital solution partner, has you covered. Our market research and surveys give you the data you need to make smart decisions. From corporate events to product launches, our event management team ensures every detail is flawless. And in today's digital-first world, our digital initiatives keep you ahead. Call Trend Media now on 7222-0210 or email trendmediapng@digitalpacific.com. Trend Media, your 360-degree advertising and digital partner.
The NBA on ESPN is happening now. We don't know who's going to catch fire or who will shock the world, but we do know that for tip-off, Christmas, finals, and everywhere in between, ESPN is your home for hoops.
blackmail on day one? Not good.
Let's celebrate!
Let go. No.
Hacks premieres Wednesday, March 4th, 10 p.m. on HBO.
Welcome back. Access to diabetes care in rural Papua New Guinea is expected to improve under a new health partnership.
During a question and answer session, Sanofi's Access Lead Asia Pacific, Vijeta Tiwari, explained that affordable insulin and diabetes medicines will be priced similar to generic drugs, making them easier to access.
We are confident that the underserved population, people in the remote area, will have access to it because the price are really at par with the generic medicines which are available. So this is something, and where we need our partners help, CPL, who have the access, who can reach out to the last mile. So this is what our mission is. And this is how, the affordable insulins, quality insulins, diabetic drugs, and not only diabetic, even the hypertension medicines we are committed, and those will reach there with the help of CPL. That's how our second mission is. In the capacity building, we are looking at screening, diagnosis, and, task shifting, and training not only the doctors but also the healthcare professionals like nurses, community health workers, and where we have partnered with Access Health International, who have a huge expertise in this, and they are working with Susumama.
Sanofi's head of operations, Thibault Lefour, added that modern insulin pens, including long-acting analog insulin, will be introduced to help patients better manage their diabetes.
We bring analog insulins, so modern insulins, yes. Not human insulins. Okay, human insulins were the first generations of insulins. Now we're bringing more modern analog insulins, and also we're bringing them in the most modern device possible. So because we believe that patients need to be able to manage their own disease, their own diabetes. So what we're bringing pens, not just vials, but it's pens that the patient can use on his own, with the help of the physician to titrate, to get the right dosage. But the idea is really that patients, wherever they live, in rural communities, there is no reason why they should not have access to pens, modern pens, that they can use on a daily basis to control their blood sugar over 24 hours.
CPL's Chief Operations Officer Pradeep Panda said awareness campaigns and expanded medical centers will further strengthen diabetes care nationwide.
Whether it is a diabetic drug or insulin, what we talk about, and getting it consistent available across the country so that people can able to access it at an affordable price. I think that's the most important thing. And we all know that non-communicable disease is a challenge in PNG. The focus always has been on the communicable disease, which is TB, HIV, but still there is lack of focus and awareness on terms of diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and others. Yeah? So that's where our objective is to shift the focus on that. And as you know that we have got the nurse station as well, through which we see 300,000 people every year. So we can use those platforms to create more awareness and education, and simultaneously we are opening medical centers as well, and we have plans to open much more medical centers across the country.
Carol Kidu Jr., TVWAN News.
Access to life-saving medicines in Papua New Guinea is set to improve following a new partnership between Sanofi's Global Health Unit and CPL Group.
Will make affordable diabetes and hypertension medicines available across city pharmacy outlets in 19 provinces.
Sanofi, in their wisdom, has decided to invest substantial in CSR for Papua New Guinea. And they will be donating quite substantial of life-helping drugs. Along the way, CPL, through our network, will assist Sanofi to their generosity to provide a lot of health medications to the community, especially in the remote area.
Through CPL's nationwide network, The medicines will reach communities that often struggle with limited healthcare access.
It's really an honor to be here today together with City Pharmacy to sign this initial agreement. As you mentioned it, this is, I think, a proof of commitment from Sanofi to the people of Papua New Guinea. Sanofi is a major pharmaceutical company based in Europe. We have a commitment at the Global Health Unit to bring affordable quality solutions to patients in underserved communities wherever they are.
Sanofi says the focus will be on non-communicable diseases, including diabetes and hypertension, while also supporting patient education programs.
Through their impact project, they are going to bring all their quality drugs into Papua New Guinea, and which will be available at a very affordable price across all city pharmacies in the country. And as you all know that we have got a presence in 19 provinces across the country. So all the quality Sanofi drugs will be available now through the impact project across all our city pharmacy in the country. And second is they work on capability building. So they are going to work closely with the Department of Health.
Both companies say the partnership marks a long-term commitment to improving healthcare access and strengthening Papua New Guinea's health system. Carol Kidu Jr., TVWAN News.
Turning abroad, world fuel prices have jumped and are set to climb even further, with major oil and gas production facilities shut down and the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz closed to shipping. That's already being felt at the petrol pump in Australia.
We've already seen those spikes in world wholesale fuel prices, with Brent crude jumping by almost 9%, the highest it's been in months. And motoring groups are warning that we could see the impact of that within a week at the petrol pump. Now, it's normally the case that we see some of those world shocks flowing through to the Bowser within about 7 to 10 days. But at the moment, we're already seeing some of those price increases. For example, here behind me, the cost of unleaded is already well north of $2 a litre. In some places south of Brisbane, it's even nudging up towards $2.20. But the NRMA is urging motorists not to panic, and they're also warning oil companies not to be opportunistic and use this as an excuse to jack up prices early. And as you mentioned as well, one of the key things we're really keeping an eye on is the supplies of global fuel. Now, as you mentioned, we've got the Strait of Hormuz, which accounts for about 20% of all of the world's oil supplies that actually pass through that strait in the Middle East. That is virtually deadlocked at the moment, so we don't see those supplies getting out. And that prompted a question in Parliament yesterday of the Energy Minister, Chris Bowen. He was asked exactly where Australia stood when it comes to its energy reserves, and he revealed that we have just 34 days of diesel fuel left in reserve and 36 days of petrol. However, he did stress that this is the highest level it has been in 15 years.
Steph, what are the wider implications of this?
Well, it's not obviously just that spike in fuel prices that everybody has to account for when it comes to your household budget. It's also, of course, the flow-on effect that increased fuel prices have, because they are, after all, an input cost into so many other products. If you think about your food and veggies and fruit that comes into the supermarket, it has to get there somewhere, and that's normally on diesel trucks. So that will inevitably end up meaning that you're looking at higher prices across the board for many of those products. And that, of course, then bleeds into inflation, and that is something that the Reserve Bank Board is really carefully keeping an eye on. Of course, inflation is already sitting above its target band of 2 to 3%, and it is something that it's really going to be deliberating when it meets next in the next couple of weeks. And that, of course, is to determine what happens with interest rates and whether or not any inflationary pressure caused by this could actually end up causing households even more grief when it comes to lifting mortgage rates. rates as well. But of course, also on the flip side, the Reserve Bank Board is also going to be looking at this global uncertainty and volatility and what sort of impacts that's going to have on economic growth and also consumer confidence as well. So that is also something that will factor into its decision making, particularly if this conflict is prolonged for a period of time.
You're watching TVWAN News. Later in sports, Baka praises management and later host charity golf challenge.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
Give me 5!
That's right. With Digicel Cell Money, you can get a Give Me 5 plan with 5 gigabytes for only 5 kina. That's 5 gigabytes of data, valid for 5 days, all for only 5 kina. Whether you're streaming, gaming, scrolling, or staying connected with friends, you'll have all the data you need at an unbeatable price. So what are you waiting for? Get it today. Simply dial *888# to activate your Give Me 5 data plan. Only with Digicel Cell Money.
"24-hour service. Always there when we need them the most. They risk their lives to save mine. They are ordinary people doing extraordinary things. They are our everyday heroes. St. John Ambulance, trusted to care.
It's not just a sport, it's a way of life.
Really good with ball in hand and will score under the post.
Charging down the field, stopped by Maka. How about that for defending? McCarthy Black takes them all on the outside and he's gotten away initially.
And now Faith Nathan slices between the New Zealand defenders.
And they're almost the way they are, Fiji. They're going to get the opener in the second half. One line break is enough. They live and breathe this game.
Reach an agreement. We'll be having a get-together at Hotel 88.
Nung lalo nagkasakit ang nanay mo, naiba ka.
Ikaw yung gusto kong makasama sa mga araw na ganito.
Salamat po sa inyong lahat. Abot ako hanggang dulo. Pakiramdam ko, meron na akong pamilya.
In sports, PNG Hunters Chief Executive Officer Scott Baka has praised his management team for successfully delivering the club's second trial match against the Ipswich Jets at the National Sports Institute in Goroka last week. The trip to the Highlands was a second for the PNG Hunters since their 2019 clash against the Brisbane Tigers at the Ipos Oval in Warburg.
Despite logistical challenges in getting both teams to Goroka on time, Barker said the management team did a fantastic job and that their work was highly commendable. Delivering his keynote address at the PNG Hunters season launch last Friday at the Port Moresby Nature Park, Barker also thanked naming rights sponsors SP Brewery and supporting partner K92 Mining for their continued support, including allowing the team access to facilities in K92.
And to our players who are standing there waiting to be introduced for the season, they carry more than just a jersey. They carry the hopes of a nation on a weekly basis. Every training session, every recovery session, every act of discipline off the field matters. They're the role models for the thousands of young Papua New Guineans wanting to be part of the PNG Rugby League pathway. In 2026, our focus is clear. We want to compete relentlessly every week, uphold the highest standards on and off the field, strengthen our pathways for young talent, continue building a sustainable, professionally run organisation. And as we stand here today, surrounded by the natural beauty of our country, it reminds us that we are privileged to represent something bigger than ourselves. Our values, faith, family and footy. The 2026 season starts now. Thank you everyone and we'll see you next Sunday.
Barker acknowledged the impact of the Hunters' community engagement while in the Highlands, singling out hospital visits as particularly memorable.
Thank you for your unwavering support of Rugby League in Papua New Guinea and your continued belief in the Hunters program and what we stand for.
He also thanked the club's wider partner group, SP Brewery, Kumul Petroleum, Action Mobile, K92 Mining, Newmont, Trukai, TVCell, Hastings Steering, Borkomotors, and more recently, Coca-Cola.
Thank you for backing not just a team, but a national development pathway that's creating opportunities for young men and women across the country. Your investment goes beyond just logos on the jersey. You're investing in discipline, leadership, employment pathways, and a sense of national pride.
Barker acknowledged the PNG Rugby League and the other stakeholders for their ongoing collaboration in maintaining high standards, governance, and strong pathways in the lead-up to 2028 and beyond. He commended the Hunters playing group, Coach Paul Ayton, and the coaching staff and the football department for their commitment, professionalism, and accountability in shaping the next generation of athletes, qualities that were evident during the Highlands trip and that drew widespread positive comment about how professional the organization is. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The PNG Chiefs have confirmed they are committed to securing former PNG hunter Gairo Voro, putting an end to speculation about his future.
Voro almost getting away.
Recent rumors linked former PNG hunters Gairo Voro to the Perth Bears, but PNG Chiefs General Manager Michael Chalmers said the club believes the rising star sees his long-term future with the Chiefs. Chalmers said there's been a lot of talk about Gairo's future. He said Voro is an exceptional talent and the attention he has received from other clubs is a reflection of his hard work and those who have played a part in his development. Chalmers acknowledged the interest from other teams, but stressed that the Chiefs will make a play to get him on board. He has communicated the club's plans to both the player and his manager Wade Ruston. Chalmers said the Chiefs have let Gairo and his manager know that the club see him having a big future at PNG franchise, and Gairo has committed his future with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are currently in the process of appointing a new head coach ahead of the inaugural season, and Chalmers confirmed that securing Voro's future will be part of discussions once the coaching appointment is finalized. For the PNG Chiefs, building a competitive squad around local talent is a key part of the club's long-term vision. Chalmers highlighted the importance of developing and retaining homegrown players who can inspire fans and represent the pride of Papua New Guinea on the big stage. Moresby South MP and patron Justin Tachenko says the pathway to higher representative football is now clearer and more achievable thanks to more structured development programs. Under the PNG RFL Community Rugby League and the PNG NRL Chiefs through the NRL Schools Academy program, the opportunities are there for the takings.
The local MP Justin Chichenko speaking at the launch of the 2026 JT Super 9s tournament on Saturday evening. Chichenko urged aspiring young boys and girls to set their goals and to work hard to progress through the PNG RFL development pathway and the PNG Chiefs program.
So over the next 2 weeks, you'll see people going around spying all your players in your teams, looking out to see whether any of your players could be the next Kumu or Chief or even PNG Hunter.
The Moresby South MP said he was excited to see these opportunities emerging and to be part of their delivery during his tenure.
So it's a fantastic result that's finally come to Papua New Guinea after many, many years, and I'm proud to be a part of it in my capacity as Foreign Minister. From there, we now look forward to the JT Super 9s, which is pre-season. It's not part of the official Moresby South Rugby League.
Marking the JT Super 9's 10-year success, Chichenko also paid special tribute to tournament director Bagalo Solian and his hardworking team for making the event happen over the past decade.
But to get these competitions going and to make these competitions happen, you need good management, administration, and team effort to make it happen. So let me firstly say thank you to Bagelo. Let's give him a big round of applause, please. Always on the ground. Some people might like him, some people might hate him. But he's a doer. He makes things happen. That's what we want, whether you like it or not. We want things to move forward, make it happen. And plus all the team representatives, all the officials on the Moresby South Rugby League.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited will host its 4th annual Charity Golf Challenge in Lae on Friday, 6th March at the Lae Golf Club. The event aims to raise funds to purchase essential cancer treatment drugs.
With World Cancer Day, which is commemorated annually on February 4th, the Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited Charity Golf Challenge aims to raise awareness among participants about the importance of cancer prevention and treatment. The Golf Challenge is scheduled for Friday, March 6, 2026 at the Lae Golf Club. KPHL's Acting Managing Director, Luke Liria, said the event continues Kumul Petroleum's commitment to supporting the National Cancer Services Unit at the Engau Memorial Provincial Hospital. Liria outlined that no one is immune to the impact of cancer. All of us have seen a loved one, relative or friend battle cancer. Some have survived and others have, sadly, passed on. This is an opportunity for organizations who are not able to assist the cancer unit directly to contribute towards the cause. Morobe Provincial Health Authority Chairman David Wissink said the support provided by Kumul Petroleum through its annual charity golf event continues to provide vital assistance to their patients. Wissink said chemotherapy treatment is costly and the cancer unit depends on external funding to secure the necessary essential medication. KPHL's ongoing contribution enables the hospital to maintain a consistent and reliable supply of chemotherapy drugs, ensuring that patients receive the treatment they urgently need. In addition to the Lae Charity Golf Challenge, Kumul Petroleum recently supported the installation of radiation therapy equipment in 2024, including a brachytherapy unit and equipment at the National Cancer Service Unit at the Engau Memorial Provincial Hospital. Kamela Guare, TV1 Sports, Lae.
And now the weather forecast. Southern Port Moresby, isolated showers and thunderstorms scattered over Milne Bay with areas of rain. Mamase, isolated showers and thunderstorms with areas of rain over parts of Morobe and Madang provinces. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain, and highlands, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas rough to very rough with northwest to westerly winds of 20 to 33 knots, reaching 40 knots at times. Solomon Sea, seas light to moderate to rough at times with northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots, reaching 25 to 33 knots at times. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate to rough with northwest winds of 15 to 25 knots, reaching 33 knots at times. And Pacific Ocean, seas light to moderate to rough along the western sector with western to northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots, reaching 25 to 33 knots along the warning sector. And coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island, Kerema, Yule Island, Wood Point to Samarai Island, seas 1.5 to 2 meters, rising to 3 to 4 meters at times. Waters of Insafian through Vitia Strait to Siasilong Island to Medang, Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 2.5 meters to 3 meters at times along warning areas. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 2 to 3 meters. And that ends the news tonight. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by